Yes, Vidya. Now let's discuss some more questions. Statement is, every year during monsoon, the condition of most of the roads in the city deteriorates, causing immense problem to the commuters. Courses of action are: the civic body should include a heavy penalty clause while awarding future contracts for road repairs. The civic officials in charge of maintenance of city roads should be asked to explain why the condition of the roads worsens every year. General public should avoid taking their vehicles out during monsoon. And the options are: number 1, only A follows; number 2, only B follows; number 3, only A and B follow; number 4, only B and C follow; and number 5, none of these. See, Vidya, if the condition of the roads in the city deteriorates every year during the monsoons, it follows that those entrusted with making good roads that last for a longer time, and especially during the monsoons, have not been doing their work properly. Thus, some explanation is certainly needed about the past from those in charge of road maintenance. This means course B is valid. And if a heavy penalty clause is included in future road repair contracts, it will discourage contractors from making below standard roads thereafter. Thus, course of action A is also valid. But C is invalid. People require vehicles to move at all the times, and not just in the monsoons. In fact, during the monsoons, the need for vehicles may be greater than at the other time of the year. One cannot expect that the public will compromise with their convenience because the public servants have not been doing their duty. Option 3 is the right choice. Now do this one. Statement is, during the past few days, more and more indoor patients of the local government hospital have been diagnosed to be suffering from malaria. Courses of action are: all such patients as are suffering from malaria should immediately be discharged from the hospital. The hospital authorities should immediately put a ban on admitting new patients into the hospital. All such patients as are suffering from malaria should be kept in an isolated ward. And the options are: number 1, only A follows; number 2, only B follows; number 3, only C follows; number 4, none follows; and number 5, none of these. First of all, you have to understand the problem that occurs. Over the past few days, an increasing number of indoor patients at the local government hospital have been diagnosed with malaria. Taking due note of the expression indoor patients of the local government hospital, we can assume that the root cause of this problem is most likely to be within the hospital premises. Course of action A is invalid because discharging all malaria patients from the hospital will neither cure their malaria nor help in finding and addressing the cause of the problem. Course of action B is invalid because a ban on admitting new patients in the hospital would mean that those not suffering from malaria would also be denied admission. This would create a new problem without solving the first one. But course of action C is valid. Since the problem is restricted to indoor malaria patients at the hospital, it would make sense to keep them isolated. The assumption is that isolation prevents spread of disease by contact. Option 3 is the right choice. Okay, Vidya?
Yes, sir.
Keep practicing such type of questions, and all the best for exams.